and welcome again to my workshop. On the last video I completed the electronic package for this CNC lathe conversion. However, I didn't show screwing it all into this box. Well, here it is all finished. And it looks fairly presentable in this box. So the video today is going to be the mechanical part of this CNC conversion for this little Sieg lathe. I haven't had this cover off yet, so what I'm going to do is start to strip the parts off this that I don't need, like you know, take all the gear cluster out of here, take the tailstock off, remove this screw and the bearing holders, and also take the top slide off and see what we got, what material we got there to connect to enable us to put this this ball screw in. I don't know whether I'm going to run actually in there or whether I'm going to run it along the back here. We'll develop it as we go along. So the first thing we're going to remove, I think, I've taken the drip tray out of the way because I don't want to scratch it, because that's all I was doing. Okay, so let's get into here. I'll zoom you in a bit. Try and keep my hands out of the way. This is actually, feels like fiberglass. Yeah, it is. Plastic or fiberglass. It's a plastic molding, actually. Mixture of plastic gears, I think, and also metal ones. So let's strip these out from here. So I need a spanner. Okay, let's get some tools. So I think we'll take these gears off here first. This one here, I think. I don't think I need to undo that. If I undo that, it should come off. Okay, so I just cleaned some of the gunk off here. Not all of it, but some of it. Let's. Oh, that tool post is up tight. Okay, let's start by taking the tool post off, which comes off fairly easy. Like that. Put that aside. Get my rag. More gunk. So I want to remove all this structure now. So I think we'll take the undo it from the carriage here. Okay, so to remove this from here, I actually take this guard off. I've undone some of the screws, just the last one up here, which will allow that then to the carriage to come free, because a couple of gears underneath there that's holding it all up together. I probably won't use any of this at all. So now we'll take this drive screw out. A little keyway there. The bearing block here, which we undo. This will probably slide straight out of here actually. I don't think there's anything in there. There shouldn't be anyway. And that's the screw out of it, which may come in handy. And that's the gib. And that's what's on the underside of there. Of course, we're going to be removing this block, and I can see right away that there's no way I'm going to get my ball screw in there. That isn't going to happen. There's no way in the world that's going to fit in there. There are other means where I can get it in, so I'll design around that. So we'll take this off from here now too. So just slacken off the clamps underneath. There's clamps both sides, so just slacken them off. It's very similar to gibs. Underneath there, just larger. And we'll take this off. Very well machined. Very nicely done. Okay, so Well, that's the first stage, how to strip a lathe down. And all lathes are virtually the same. It's just, you know, some are bigger than others. So, I've got some, well, quite a bit of design work to do now. So I'm going to need to, I'm going to take that block off there first of all. Now see this? This is a Acme block. Acme block. For a Acme thread. Very fine thread. So we'll take this off. So now I've got to work out what is the best place to put that zero backlash thread. I'm thinking I might be able to mount it on the actual back here. What it would be nice to do, it would be nice to actually mount this zero backlash in there, and I dare say there's enough room for me to get this in there. Okay. I'd have to make a bearing mount this end for it, and also this end, and I would need to I'm going to take that out of there, and I'm going to have a little bit of a look here. Okay, let's take this a screw out of here. Just a couple of little Allen screws in here. And that's all that's in these, is that shoulder and the inside of this that determines how much backlash there is. And you know, there's a small amount of backlash in the thread as well. Minimal, but it is there. So if you wanted to take the backlash out, you have to shim this shoulder here in relation to this casting. Oh, look at that. That'll nearly fit in there. So what I have to do is bore that out, which I can do on my big milling machine over there, and that will allow me to run this through the center there. But do you know, I don't have to. I don't think I will have to. Yeah, because on here I've got a couple of bearings. I've got a couple of bearings here that I need to put on this shaft, and I've also got to, I need to make also a thrust washer of brass, and then I can shim it up and take, you know, so there is zero backlash actually on this in relation to the housing. So that'll be the bearing going on there. And this needs to come all the way to about here. Actually, maybe a bit more. Yeah, about 40 mil. That's going to be just about the right length, you know. No, I think, I don't know. I'll have to work that one out. I'll have to do a little bit of engineering pondering. It would be nice if I could get this in here, machine this out a bit. I might even elect to mount this here somewhere, or even back here, extend this out, or even on the front side. I mean, I could build a shield in over here so I don't get swarf on it, but no, not sure. I'm probably actually looking at it now quickly. I'm going to be able to make a housing here and put that bearing there, I'm sure. I don't know. I'll work it out. I don't want to make a rash decision. So I think we'll leave this video here at a strip down, and I'll do some design work and some proper measuring up, find out the best way to actually put this on here. The X is not going to be a problem at all. That's a straightforward job. I'm going to build a housing here with a standoff bearing and the stepper motor. Easy to put a bearing in this end. I've got the right length, so everything there is fine, not a problem at all. This one's going to need a little bit of tinkering around with before I start engineering anything with it. It'll be a bit fiddly, but it'll be fine. I mean, I'm sort of thinking, I really don't want to take any of this material away here. I want to keep this as it is, you know, which I would have to do, you know, if I was going to put this in. It's just too big. So no, I'm not going to do that. So it's going to mean mounting this screw externally from this body, probably over the back. I mean, I could do it over the front, but I don't know, I'm going to have to measure it up and toy with some ideas. Maybe even make some cardboard templates just to, and that's always a good thing to do. Some of you may have seen me do that in previous videos a couple of years ago. So we'll see.